Have you met women? Have you actually met women?
Yes.
Yeah, because I've met a few women and I know them.
And they're trouble.
You must have dated for a while, and the secretary has been there. She didn't have a problem with it all that while. You got into marriage, and then that's when she's telling you that, okay, you know what, you need to do it with your secretary.
You will not tell me that my wife will have one PA somewhere and they will go out on a trip.
On a
and
date,
both
on
of
a
them will
trip.
lodge in one, they'll pay one
in one room.
and they'll have to sleep together.
So what if it's not one room,
I
though?
think I can apply boundaries.
On the other hand, Izzy has said basically that if he's broke and lazy, he would want his wife to cheat on him.
Yes.
Please do.
Fact.
And help us. Help me, I need money.
Makes sense. I won't leave shit. I am not leaving shit. We died there.
It is fine.
Wait,
And he has nothing. What I do?
how do you want us to suffer, though? Why are we suffering?
Right now, we're bringing to you a section of our show called Just Talk, where we give you extreme content concerning relationships, sex, and just real-life experiences. My name is Josh, aka Mr. Jsquad, and right now I'm going to be introducing a couple of people right here with us on the show. Okay, so basically, we're going to be having a lot of conversations today, basically, but one of the major things we're going to be talking about is literally this topic. So, the topic is this: a married man has a nice, good-looking assistant or secretary. The wife or girlfriend is not comfortable with their secretary and wants you to fire her. The PA has played a very big part in the success of the company, and if she leaves, could create a downfall to the company. What should he do? Do you have any question? Should I say it again?
Come again.
It's a bit
Okay.
long.
So, a married man has an assistant.
Okay.
Now, the assistant has been with the man for a very long time and has helped to build up the company. And the wife is not comfortable with the lady in the office and wants the man to fire her because she doesn't feel, she's not happy, she's not satisfied, she doesn't feel comfortable that good looking,
It's about looks.
because of her looks, the way she is, and it feels like the guy might get tempted. And if she leaves, it could create the downfall of the business. But she's still insisting that he has to leave. What should he do?
Okay. Yeah, I think in scenarios like this, the big question here should be, does the assistant call the husband after working hours, right? If no, what are reasons of saying he should do away with her when she has put so much in his company? Yeah? I feel if she doesn't have good reasons enough to make him do away with the assistant, then I don't see any reason why I should do away with the assistant. Left for me.
I think it's very, very necessary. Very, very necessary.
For me, women are just very dramatic and
Thank
overly
you.
like,
Thank you.
exaggerating sometimes without like looking at the aspects of, okay, why am I, if she's going to make, you know, a provision for a much better assistant, then that's okay. The guy can like fire her.
Even if she has a better assistant, I won't accept.
No, because
Why won't you
Why?
accept? Like, it's your wife, it's not your
you could
girlfriend we're
listen to
talking
her
about
because
here.
She could
My
be
wife
insecure
is
about
my
that girl.
companion.
So if you're making a provision for me getting like discarding of who I've always leaned on for like this empire that you're seeing, then that's okay, I'll let her go. But not when I will now leave or I'll send the woman away or whoever my assistant is and then the company is
Guess
lacking.
what? Guess what? If my company fold,
Yeah.
my wife will leave me.
You don't know.
Truth talk.
You don't know.
Truth talk.
See,
Better
just
for worse.
But yeah, I know.
Some people make that
Trust
vow
me.
and they stick to
And they
it.
stick to it, while
It's for
others do
better,
not,
for
which
worse.
is okay.
It's for better.
Yeah, I
for
think
better.
better for worse.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
I
Even
think
if
I
we
would
don't
agree.
experience it these days,
I think I would agree.
it's
one
the
hundred
vow.
21st century.
is a,
Come on.
Yeah, I think I would agree 100%
Come on.
with you. I feel this is now marriage. It's more of understanding. I think before you met your wife, you already tolerated certain things. You already knew her to an extent.
And then
so
people change.
yeah, of course. But no matter how people change, there's always something. Someone is soft on the inside. It becomes very hard at some point, but there's something that breaks a person. It's just how you understand the person,
Could have
right?
even ended this relationship.
Oh.
Or in the relationship, not
Yeah,
the marriage.
exactly. As far as it has
Relationship.
come to a marriage, it's something you have to
Marriage.
endure.
But
I
I
believe
feel
in
like-
divorce, though.
Because
I feel
for
like-
peace to reign, she
Yeah,
doesn't
I believe in divorce.
I feel
think
like
for peace to
before-
reign, I'll set the CCTV in my office, toilets, and everywhere
Are you
my
the
wife
one
is.
setting
ma-
the system?
you
The toilet.
Why?
So
You still be jealous.
what's the
So no,
other
he's saying it so she
You
could
can see that.
build trust.
Okay, that's like making.
Like trying to
Trust.
gain her
Make
trust.
Trust. Okay.
That's
Okay.
Yeah, trying to gain her trust.
That's one point.
That's enough
You
assurance.
can go out with your secretary. You can
Okay.
get a room.
It doesn't have to be in the
Guess
office.
what?
Putting a
Even
CCTV
after
does not
I sack my
assure
secretary,
You
I
can still go out with her.
No,
But I think we should look at it from this angle.
So I think it's useless.
and husbands.
My wife.
I think you should look at it from this angle. If he has already has his company before she came,
If
wait,
my wife
wait,
wants
wait.
me to sack a hardworking secretary, then she'll have to fill in the space of the secretary.
Exactly.
You have to do everything with secretary.
If as so
I
reasonable,
think I
how
agree
this
with you.
woman looks,
look.
I agree with
If
you.
you feel she's
I agree with you.
she's all
Because-
flashy and
But I feel like
what's
she has actually managed with this guy through relationship, through courtship. And then when he got married,
In the
it
marriage.
means that she must have seen
Why would I
something. Let's look
enter
at it from this angle.
Yeah, okay,
What if she has
exactly.
noticed something? What if, you know how women have like this sixth sense? What if she had noticed something that could make her, yes, that could make her want to come and talk to you about it? And actually, because you must have dated for a while and the secretary has been there. She didn't have a problem with it all that while. You got into marriage and then that's when she's telling you that, okay, you know what, you need to do it with your secretary. Now you need to have that communication with your wife and be like, okay, if you know that you cannot bring somebody as efficient as this person, or you can't fill in this space, I can't fire her. Now that is two of you coming to an understanding.
I want if she
Do you get
Okay,
it?
yeah. Okay, yeah. I mean,
You just say women
let's
are-
look at this. Let's take a very deep look at it.
What about
Technically,
sixth sense? Say no.
yeah. Okay, technically speaking,
Get?
right? You're saying this person has to go. On the other hand, she helped build a business. Businesses are not built in 1 year or 2 years,
Yeah.
right? She helped build a business over the years. It means your wife was okay with it until some point. Now, what really happened? Why did she?
What's
There should be something that spurred her to say she doesn't want her anymore.
Exactly.
Because I don't think it's just because of her good looks, right? Because she has been there for a good number of years before she said, no, I can't deal with her anymore, being your secretary. So what I think is something you can actually figure out. What exactly, she might even just say that it's her looks, but there's something deep,
yes.
Yeah.
right?
Like she has not said.
I mean, nobody's indispensable, but you can talk to your wife. She has to give you some time. Find someone else who can actually replace her. Nobody's indispensable. There are people. If you leave what if the secretary decides to leave today, you still lose someone,
Yes.
right?
Exactly.
So I feel to balance this thing, you can tell your secretary to say, hey, you don't even have to tell your secretary. Just start looking for a replacement. Someone who is better. You get. That's
I
the
agree
truth.
with that.
If your wife can't deal with it and you've talked about it and she can't deal with it, I mean, it's not by spoiling her. I'm not saying you're spoiling her by listening to her all the time.
Like
But
her opinion
but
counts.
Our
but
opinion
she-
counts.
Yeah, it
Your
counts. And then she
wife.
agrees with you. Yeah,
Exactly.
over the years.
What I say.
But what if
I said if the company folds,
It depends.
what's
It
going to
depends.
happen? What's going to be your
not
fate?
what it?
It depends. I don't know
What's
about
going to be your fate?
Last should be your wife, though.
But already,
That's not your wife,
Your
but
wife
you
should
come
just give you one reason.
yeah, but we know about traditional family. I mean,
no,
we are from
why?
Africa.
You-
Most of us
has
don't
to
believe
You
in
are
it.
not dumb. Like, if somebody comes with a reason that is not logical, you will not buy it.
But you know women.
If she tells you something that is just because of her physique, exactly. If she comes and tells you that it's just because of her physique,
What if
Okay,
she
now
decides
I'll
to
come here.
break all
Let me
hell
come here.
loose?
Let me come here now. Now let's
has to
let's
be-
switch it up a bit. Basically, let's say it's not about the woman.
okay.
Now the role is this is a man. The girl works in the company. and there's a particular guy that is working with her PA, who helps her run around. They're all working together and everything, and you're saying, I don't like this guy, get rid of him.
It depends on how close they are.
The same closeness that basically the guy and the PA are.
That's
You as a
same.
husband,
That depends.
so you as a husband, you have a role to play. Like you know how close they are.
Of course.
You as a man, you're supposed to know when something is trying to come in between you and your relationship.
Like things like.
You know when your wife is deviating.
The same way the wife already
But you know you're saying
how the
that-
husband was deviating and then
It's the same thing.
reacting.
Yes, because you're supposed to know when
That's why I
deviating
said.
from the relationship when there's something coming in between.
What if he says the same thing in the opposite side of it, where the man has a secretary who is a female, and the woman, your wife, has already sensed that
That's why I said
something is wrong? Why would you tell me you can't listen to her at that point?
No, why would you listen to her? If you're ready to take the place, if you have a solution for it, then I'll just accept. I don't have any choice. If you can bring somebody you feel is good enough
To be a
to take
replacement.
less, I'll just succumb to it.
For the woman aspect.
You will not tell me that my wife will have one PA somewhere and they'll go out on a trip.
On a
and
date
both
or
of
a
them will
trip.
lodge in one, they'll pay one
in one room.
and they'll have to sleep together.
So what if it's not one room
I
though?
think I can apply boundaries.
Yes, that's
Well,
what.
Okay, so in
know.
a situation basically where, like I said, I'm trying to make everybody look at it from, because it's easier to see it, okay, when it's the girl doing it than when the guy is doing it. Okay, now let's say the guy now, he's seeing it going with the PA now, and the girl, they're going on the trip together. The engagement in Dubai.
It's even worse.
Engagement.
No, as in they have a business
And they have to go
they're joining
together.
Dubai, and she has to follow him to help him, whatever. They're going to lodge in the
I mean,
Hilton,
that's
blah,
very
blah,
true.
blah,
This comes
and
to
everything.
understanding.
Yeah, it comes exactly now. You
Yeah, but again, like
Actually.
how now, I'm talking about the guy aspect. Now you look at it now and like the girl, your wife,
Man has been like,
is not
That
going
kind
with
of
this guy.
freezing,
They're
and
going
then-
together now in the same trip. You understand? Okay, let's say your wife is the secretary of the boss, and then your wife is now going with
Can I
the
come?
boss. Now let's put that it's not a company, oh, she's the PA.
Can I come in?
So
Okay.
now, will you tell her exactly now how would you
You're
work in that
you're a
aspect?
man, right?
No.
If you have a girlfriend,
and a muff-
you know when she's acting up. You know when your girlfriend is giving you attitude.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So you should know that there's something wrong somewhere.
Don't you think the same thing
Your girlfriend cannot
when
just come up and give you attitude when everything is working well.
And I think this thing comes with maybe when the man is not really
Yes,
buoyant.
there's some
Maybe
foul
by
play
now.
Maybe when
somewhere.
the guy is not really buoyant.
Yes,
then there's a problem.
There are lots of guys,
somewhere.
but I hope we know that there are lots of guys
But
that
normally,
they are
normally,
very
bottom line,
insecure.
bottom line,
very insecure
Right?
for no
There are lots of
good
guys that
reason.
feel ordinarily they feel very
It's
insecure.
love. Because if I love you and I see with another guy, Oga, bros.
So are you saying
Why you-
okay?
why
are
you-
okay
why
with
you-
this
No, I'll
when-
just be jealous. Normal. It's in everybody.
Okay.
It's in everybody.
So if as a man you're jealous and a woman who is more dramatic gets to experience stuff like this, how do you expect her to act
Talk to you
or
about
react?
This is how far I can condone.
I'm going to call you on video
This is
call.
how far I can
I'm going
see.
to
This
do
is
this.
this
I'm
is
going
What if he's doing the
I
same?
encroaching
I
in her work
understand
hours.
him.
I mean,
And if
clear
she
understanding.
agrees, that's
like
okay.
that-
I'm going to call you
I'm
on
probably
video call.
eating, yeah.
I'm going to
That
this.
your man.
I'm going to that. Like there's so many reasons to like.
If you notice
There are
that
some
your
sacrifices your
woman
wife
or
needs
your
to
girl,
pay for
maybe
it as
she-
a husband.
But your wife something now.
Excuse
In a
me.
wife situation,
Can we hear?
I must
a
say
boss,
this part.
a boss. Sometimes bosses.
Yeah.
I'm a boss. I'm a boss. You get? So
Boss man.
I've had workers. I've had workers, like couple of workers, girls. So I can do away with any girl, like.
Okay.
But
In charge of like
Yeah.
But my point is that if the situation where now, let's say your business now, that person has played a critical role, and that person
your
leaves
business.
the business now, it will suffer.
Start making other
In that situation,
See-
that's the difference.
The difference
It's not someone that you can just easily say.
what
okay,
The difference is that
when you know basically, yeah.
Remember, you both are a union. She has spoken, so you guys have to find.
in as much as you feel like you can't actually
She makes
replace
plans
her.
to bring somebody way better. If she makes plans
What
to bring
if she
Exactly.
secretary,
What if she can be
then
replaced?
that's
Everybody can be replaced at some point.
I know everybody can be
That's
replaced,
the
but what
thing.
if she can't be replaced?
No, okay. What
Then
if
you
what
let
if
her
what
go.
if she quit on her own? What if she got something better and she left your company?
Yes, what if she gets
Okay.
somewhere?
Yes, that could happen. What if she got something better and left your company? It will still sink, right? So you need to find someone else.
Have you guys seen this movie? There's this movie. Cold feet.
No.
What is it?
Sounds familiar, but what's it about?
Cold feet, Jamaica, and when a lady. Yes, I have. Okay, when. when.
Continue.
What did Jemai do though?
Okay, Jamaica went to Ibon Resort.
Uh-huh.
Ibon Resort on a vacation. On a vacation. Then she met a long time, like Jamaica.
Oh yeah, I think I
A
have.
long time girlfriend. You get a boyfriend. Rather.
Yeah, it was a
Long time
boyfriend.
boyfriend in the pool. Like, what's the? In such situation, guess what happened?
What happened?
Okay, you watched the movie, right?
Yeah, he was
had
actually
sex
treating her
again.
nicely.
Okafor's
And her
law.
husband really liked
There's
her.
Okafor's law now.
That
Okafor's
actually
law.
says, if you've actually been
What
with
law?
a
What
guy,
Make her have memories.
Okafor's law states
see that's
She had memories.
if you've been with a woman before, then you
Yeah,
can.
as far if you
I
slept with
just
a woman before, there's every tendency
More chance that you can.
You could always do it again.
And
In as
it's
much as I
memories.
disagree with Okafor's law,
Why would you?
there is.
I put my face down.
The Okafor
Now,
law,
when you
it
say,
doesn't mean
but
that.
let me tell you, it doesn't happen to everybody.
No, that's
No,
why.
there's
a
like-
There is a
tendency.
tendency.
Exactly. That's
It's
the
more
law.
likely.
opportunity.
That's
Yes.
the law. That's it. But the law doesn't state that it's a
It
must.
must.
It's a must
right?
that it must
But
happen.
It's just a tendency.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
But now, before we move on from this topic, let's talk about something Joshua mentioned. He said, what if the woman is the boss on the other hand, and she has a male secretary and they travel on a trip, business trip actually.
Was same trip.
And then
was
Eze
same trip
said,
that caused the issue.
Eze said
Was a
they
trip.
have
But
they
she
have
was
to
your
stay in different
husband.
hotels,
Don't forget.
right? Of course, they have to stay in different hotels. But how
No, the same
The same hotel, but different rooms.
different rooms,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they have to stay in different rooms. But how do you now know if something is happening?
Exactly. You can never
Video
know.
calls.
I mean, they're always.
You
of
can't-
course,
Video
they-
call.
business-
Video call.
As far as
Video call.
You can't do that.
You can't do that. You don't do that for a couple hours. And
Very
you
good
know,
Yeah.
that's a
Of course,
good
you
one
have to-
too.
You can't call. You can't be on
shower.
video call for the entire night. She has to sleep.
That's a good night.
She has to go shower. So
Good night,
like,
and
there's
then
a
good night for you
between.
and good morning to someone else.
Oh my
That's how
People will be doing video calls. They will do video call on the bed, and then the person girls in the parlor waiting,
Okay, see,
drinking and waiting
to avoid being
for.
sentimental. To avoid being sentimental. I think, for me, I'm going to listen to my wife.
Okay.
Okay, that is on the other
Oh,
side.
Yeah, like
On the other side,
avoid
yeah.
being
Yeah.
sentimental.
One because you love her,
I
and
think
one
I
because
would
you guys
walk
are a
with my
union.
wife.
Exactly.
Two of you
You have to work it out at the
Because
end of the
you're
day.
Yeah.
I walk with my wife.
Finish, yeah.
because
No,
I wouldn't want a
nothing should put
situation
us asunder.
when it's the other way around. Like
Yeah.
her situation when her boss.
Yeah, of
So
course.
I want her to listen to me. So if I want my wife to listen to me, then I need to listen to my wife.
Good.
Okay, so
Now that's-
I'll be asking this question one by one, just have the conclusion basically. Chase, what would you do
If what was the scenario?
if the girl,
Secretary.
secretary,
If she is the secretary to her boss, or
No,
if
no,
she
no,
has
No,
the male
like
secretary.
your
Both
wife
ways,
wants
both ways.
you.
Okay, either ways, there's a room for trust. Marriage is a very, very big thing, right? It has to do with lots of commitments, lots of trust.
So if the girl is telling you that you should get rid of secretary, what would you do?
Like I said earlier, I already said it, I would actually listen to her. I'll find a replacement. If I get to talk to her and then she's head bent on me firing my secretary, and even if her reasons are not really, 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 really good, right? And then I've tried to talk to her, and I know there are lots of things. Some things you just do it for peace to You just, and then when you do it, you always have to
Exactly.
understand that you did it not just because you were foolish, but because you love her. But next time she should try to understand with you, and she doesn't. There are a lot of things ways to talk to your wife. Communication is key when it has to do with
Yeah.
marriage,
And
not just relationship, marriage in particular, right?
Marriage is more complicated.
Yeah. So that's
Yeah.
for me. I would actually listen.
Okay, Kelly, what would you do?
I feel before your wife come talking to you about it, she must have a solution. Yes, no.
Sometimes they don't. Women don't.
Because she will tell you if you fire the secretary, this is what I'll do, this is what happened, this is what happened. So I think I'll just listen to
What
her.
if she doesn't have it?
No, sometimes they don't have
Because
solutions.
she knows how important your secretary is.
Okay.
Sometimes you just feel insecure. They don't think.
Yes,
Like sometimes they don't
that's
think.
fine.
They don't
Yes,
really think.
your
They
wife's
just
situation.
they just want to bring out that emotions and let you know that it doesn't work.
I cannot come and tell you to do away with your secretary when I know how important she is to you, and I will not provide a solution.
Have you met women? Have you actually met women?
Yes.
Yeah, because I've met a few women and I know this.
And they're trouble.
Yes, I know.
Most times they just want to say how they feel. Like they just want to. If it's not this thing, I don't want anything anymore.
Yeah.
Right? It's just this thing I want
Yeah.
or nothing. If you ask them how do I go about it, they don't have solutions.
They actually do not.
Find your way to
Yes.
go
No more
about it.
sugar.
They don't have solutions.
No more sugar at night.
Automatically, you're losing the marriage because you don't even have peace.
All right.
Exactly.
So you don't even have a choice.
I mean, they have a way to go about it.
But I mean, you shouldn't just do it, but you have to explain to her and tell her
Why you're doing it, so she understands when the next thing happens.
Tomorrow and then bring something else
Yes.
after because
Yes.
Exactly. You give her reasons and you talk to
Exactly,
her.
yeah.
You
Exactly.
get understand. Tell her this thing you're doing it because of. It's not you're stupid, normal body.
Yeah, I think we're on the same page.
Oh, yeah? Cool.
So
Remy, what would you do?
Okay. First of all, in this kind of situation, you have to tell me that, okay, you have to spell out the reasons, or I must have done something, like something reasonable for you to tell me to get rid of my PA. Because you can't just
Okay,
say,
what if you're the secretary and they're telling you to leave the company, and this company is something that you fought hard to get? You now got to that position where you've risen up, and now you're now the PA to the head CEO,
and the CEO is
and
telling me to-
you're the one following your CEO around
CEO is not
on
asking
trips.
me for anything.
Now you're the one following your CEO on trips and everything, but your husband is not comfortable,
Oh, that's a different scenario. I would leave. If my husband wants me to leave, I would.
even when you know that there might not be any job opportunities for you.
But that's where
it's
trust
possible.
comes.
Sometimes you
I
have to
would
save
leave.
your own.
Yes,
Your marriage-
Sometimes you have to
Because
Exactly.
My husband
Your
is my
marriage
family
is
over my business
Yeah.
first. My family comes.
If you're that good, if you
So that's
if you
different.
build
You know?
something and got to a point,
You
I
could
mean,
always
still
start
build-
to
I
review, no matter how difficult
I
it
think
must
your boss
be.
get the job.
Your
Yeah.
boss will even give you some.
I can replace my boss, but
Your
not
boss
my
can
husband.
pardon you on some
So
things.
I would listen to him.
I mean,
Yeah, your boss, you can
You
just
can't replace that
equally
husband.
give your boss your conditions.
Except
not in this
God wants to
21st
bless
Sometimes, yeah, it works.
So Michelle,
21st
what do you do?
century though.
I'll just listen to my husband and just let peace reign, basically. Hoping that he has other, like, massive plans for me.
I mean, but you see,
Because, no, yeah, that's the
I mean,
thing.
men think far ahead of women. Sometimes before they ask.
And what if he doesn't have a
Most
plan?
times it's just out of jealousy.
I mean, I don't.
There was something I was
But even at that, it's
What if
fine.
he doesn't have a
I feel
plan?
it can be discussed.
What the guy is
Man,
broke?
this guy is broke.
That's true.
If the man is
Because
broke,
that
I don't-
situation, we need to add
No, that's why it doesn't make sense. I won't leave shit. I am not leaving shit. We died there.
If this man is
Because
broke,
wait,
and he
no.
has nothing, what are you doing?
How do you want us to suffer though? Why are we
Of course,
suffering?
that's
Because
it.
of jealousy. It doesn't make sense.
He's going to get a job.
And maybe you are the
To get
you are the
some
Why
money
is
breadwinner.
for
he
the
having
family.
so much
If I drop
opinions?
down.
When you don't have money, you are broke and then you're having opinions. Who does that?
So what? I dropped down and
And
started.
maybe you provide for the family.
Or start.
And you want me to leave the job and provide? Do you want to
You
suffer?
provide for the family. What?
Ha! I won't do that.
You won't do that.
Because I'll start moving out with someone, not me.
Exactly.
The lady might start going out.
You because
Because she might start doing what you fear she's doing with her boss. She might start moving out with a rich guy that was actually paying her or giving her what
Okay, so you might
Who
start,
knows?
You might start moving on to the rich guy.
yeah, why you
I
biting
can't
it
believe
on her?
For yourself.
If you want your wife to quit her job, you should get something going for her. Something.
Especially when you know you don't have money.
pay
Yo.
her. Do you understand? You can't tell me to quit.
It's not like we're falling back on your
Okay, I mean,
on your.
I don't think if I can. I think I can say something here, but I agree 50% with Remy. But on the other hand, no.
I forget the broke aspect.
Yeah. If,
Because there's so many broke men.
if the man is broke, no, but if the man is broke and he's saying all of those things, I think it's very foolish.
I'm telling
And
you.
then, but we are not
Oh, there are
living our
lots of
lives.
broke men.
And there's so many happy
Opinionated
people out there.
And we are not
Men.
living our lives for
And
ourselves,
some
right?
broke men
The society
have
is
the
there.
most opinions.
What if you
Opinionated
actually
broke
I'm
men.
wondering
So
why.
something just cause
opinionated
societal
broke
reasons,
men.
Why
right?
people
If
get
just how
money
will you
like
quit your
that?
job and then
Keep
come back
just
with a level
Stay
man
under and then try to make money. Then you
I'm not
cannot
providing,
work.
no.
So are we on in conclusion basically that we'll all obey and leave unless if
Not-
the guy is
Not
broke? Unless if the guy is broke.
See, if
Yeah.
If he's not bringing anything to the
If he's not
table,
bringing anything to the table, like if he's
Let's be
okay, and then
honest.
probably he tells me that okay, I have a plan for you.
I want to use myself for
In
example.
the next 1 year or 6
that's-
months, I have
that's
something
I'm
for you.
working in a company.
Okay.
And that's my only hope. And my boss is a lady. My boss is asking me for sex. I might not tell my wife. You get?
Ironic.
Because I wouldn't want to lose my job.
Coded.
Because if I lose my job, my wife will still leave me.
so you guys run
No,
out.
but you don't know that.
But it's more likely.
That's your wife.
See, listen to me. Basically, in Nigeria, I don't know about you.
Nigerian women, they endure. No.
That was then.
That was back in the
Now.
days
Well,
of
like
Elijah.
I might
Now,
have to
women
agree.
are
They are
about
the 21st century women
about
these days, though.
Because you have to feed the family. Like normally, like money is essential. Like you need to feed the family and all. So me leaving my boss to listen to my wife, that means we're going to starve.
So you have sex with your boss.
That's what he just
Get the
said.
money.
I might.
No,
You most
that's
likely. You most
why
likely.
I said
Why
I
not?
might. Why I
You
said I
guys-
might. Why I said I might is because of the sake of my family, my wife and my kids.
Okay.
So that means the roles were reversed.
So wait.
Your wife was want to sleep with the boy.
For your family.
Basically, if I'm broke, my guy, listen to me.
Let's be practical.
Let's
I have to-
practical,
I have
you
to
know.
be-
So if
I
you're
have to
broke,
be-
you won't mind your wife sleeping
If
with a
I'm
boy.
If
broke
he's not
and lazy,
aware.
if I'm broke and lazy,
So wait, will you being aware?
there are many broke
It's a
men.
deficiency.
There are many-
You cannot be broke and lazy.
I've met people.
Yeah, there are lots of broke men. Why? I mean, the reason why most people are broke is because
A whole lot
Because
of
their parents were broke and lazy.
I tell you, there are a lot of broke and lazy men out there.
don't even go there. Like, let's not bring ethnicity. But let's say, yeah.
Nah.
One major reason why people are broke. One major reason is because they're actually lazy.
Lazy.
Quote me anywhere, right?
It's not.
One major reason.
It could be a thing, but it's not.
One major. There are lots of reasons.
You know why? I could
There are
tell
lots of
you.
reasons.
Should I tell you why?
The only sort of. I didn't say the only reason. I said one major.
Should I tell you why? Because
It could be a
Nigeria is a factor,
but
as
it's
Sims.
not a major reason.
Nigeria is a problem already.
Especially in this part of the
Some
world.
people
Most
work
especially
so
because
hard,
they don't
but
have the right
the
opportunities.
gathering of
They are
their
not
funds.
Exactly. Exactly. And with the way like things
You know,
get expensive day by day.
People that never had opportunity.
I'm not so happy.
Right?
I'm lazy.
There's someone who
My wife
built a windmill.
cheats on
We'll
me.
talk about
Wow.
it. I think whenever we
Do you know that
That is
being
my
broke
conclusion.
from the
If I'm
mind
broke
and not
and lazy,
not having cash.
The what?
Being broke is from the mind and not having cash. You might have cash and you're still broke when you do not know what to do with it.
I don't think that's.
No, yeah.
That's
You know how motivational speakers tell you that.
you have money, you're not broke when
You know how.
So guys,
No, I think that's wealth, and then that's just wealth.
in conclusion, basically about this aspect, so can we just say basically that if you're in a situation basically where the boss, your wife, I'm starting with the boys, your wife basically is a secretary or PA to someone, and you don't feel comfortable about it, and you're okay and well-to-do, or even you're not rich, but you're okay. And most of the girls have said that basically that they would try to leave and obey their husbands, but if he's broke,
If it's broke, no, that's a
If it's
no.
broke.
We have to think about
if it's
it.
broke,
We have to definitely
then
think
there has to
about
be
it.
a little
that
switch
matter.
about that aspect.
Yeah.
And then on the other hand, hold on. On the other hand, Izzy has said basically that if he's broke and lazy, he would want his wife to cheat on him.
Yeah.
Please do
Fact.
and help us. Help me, I need money. Because I want to stay in my house and sleep. So my wife should give me money.
Oh,
I want to be Actually, I want to be
he said you will be cool. That's what he's saying.
I'm lazy, I'm broke, I'm cool.
So wait, would you be happy to know that your wife is sleeping with another man?
But I don't think he wants.
For money.
You don't want to
I
know.
wouldn't want to know.
I don't think.
But you'd be okay.
I wouldn't want to know, but I'll be okay
So-
if she brings money to the house. That's if you're lazy. But I'm not lazy. Like, I'm talking about lazy guys.
So you care if she cheats to bring the money? You care.
I don't really care if
I don't think you
if
know
I'm
that
lazy.
woman though.
That's okay.
Guy, lazy men don't
Without
love.
you knowing.
What do you mean, Elizabeth? Don't love?
Lazy men don't love. They only get jealous. They don't love.
Lazy men love. I feel
like they even love the most.
An example of lazy men that love is from one state in the southern part of Nigeria, where I mean, I don't want to stereotype,
Okay. Yeah.
but I mean, it's from one state where I know that the men will sit in their house, their wives go out,
Do you
go for
understand?
fishing, bring in money, and they'll still beat those women. They still
Truth
hit them,
be told.
right?
Exactly when you
Truth.
hit your woman.
But they love them.
How you be broke and hit your woman?
Yeah, of course. That's
No,
how
no,
it is.
bro,
They have this dumb. They have
you're
this
Yeah,
broke-
dumb-
very
this dumb-
violent.
When you're broke, you're
They
angry.
have- they have-
Yes.
exactly,
When you're broke,
they're
you're
dumb.
angry.
And they don't want
When
their
you're
wife. They don't say anything bad about their wife. You get? It happens in in that state and one other state in the southern part of Nigeria. That's one thing I know for
I
sure.
wish I could know the states. So I'd be
So you will be very
So basically, can we just say basically that
Stay
can we
clear,
just say
man.
can we just say in conclusion basically that when it comes to the aspect of females, if the guy able to provide for the lady, you know, it's more chances that she should take that advice and leave. If the girl, on the other hand, basically, if you have power and you have whatever, you stay put and make sure you try and provide for your husband. At the end of the day, you don't want to go back to trenches.
Of course.
You understand?
Exactly.
So,
Period.
Especially when you have 5 kids.
No, now. No.
So basically, it's a conclusion. Basically, it comes to the end of the show, basically. And yeah, like I said, basically, thanks for being around. For our viewers, basically, please like and subscribe. And follow us on Jsquad Global Entertainment, both on YouTube and Instagram.
Yeah.
And hopefully, basically, we'll get to keep you tuned.
Peace out.
So
And
see you
make sure
soon.
you're not broke or you ain't
One love.
Lazy.
Please work hard.